But what I'm going to do now is, and I would do the top two really early. I mean, I'd do it in the first 10 minutes. And I would give them a 10,000-foot view of Ricart buying power. How would I do that? I'd say, Dylan, I'm glad you came in today. Before we go check out the vehicle that you came in to see, I want to explain really how Ricart is significantly different than any other store in the state of Ohio, certainly in Columbus. Okay? Now, the price brought you here, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, if we hadn't advertised a really good price, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Absolutely.
Well, we understand what consumers do. I mean, they're out there looking for the best price, and quite frankly, that's what you should do. However, price is just one part of what your total investment in this vehicle is going to be. You're going to have cost of ownership that you've got to add to that price, and then what you'll subtract from it is what the vehicle's worth when you decide to trade or sell it 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years from now, whatever the case may be. We're also going to help you lower your total investment. But the first thing we've done here is we've eliminated two fears that consumers have had historically. Ownership here is known for years that some people leave because they just didn't know if it was the best deal they could possibly get. Have you ever walked out of a car dealership because you weren't sure it was the best deal you could get?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's because of the way we've done business in the past. We treated every transaction as one transaction. We didn't look at a whole group of customers and say, gee, why don't we give everybody a good price, and that way they could buy faster, be happier, and know they have a good price. But that hasn't been how it's worked historically. So what ownership has done is they've figured out a way to help you know for a fact that you've got a great deal. Not a good deal, a great deal. We had to advertise a good price. You already agreed, correct?
Yes.
Now, the number one fear many customers have had over the years is they didn't want to pay a car dealer too much. Is that one of the things that you're worried about?
I mean, that's why I shop online.
Well, exactly. What you don't want to do is you don't want to pay more for the same vehicle that someone else did or will, correct?
Absolutely.
Well, you can rest assured that you don't have to worry about that fear. We have a best value guarantee, but what the best value guarantee does for you is it literally guarantees you that you cannot pay too much for one of our Kias. Now, a car salesman telling you that has got to sound just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I would agree.
And if you're not skeptical, you should be. But here's how it works. You came here on a good price. It's not a good price, it's a great price. When you leave here, if you so desire, we're going to give you 5 days to check out every other Kia website in the state of Ohio. And should you find the same Sorento, because you know doggone well that you can, should you find that same Sorento advertised for a lower price and it comes with the same benefits that we offer you, Dylan, all you have to do is show us the ad. And we will cheerfully cut you a check back for the difference between what you paid for the Sorento today and what the Sorento was advertised on another site. And by the way, we put this in writing. Now, Dylan, has any dealership ever told you that you couldn't pay too much and told you that they guaranteed it and put it in writing before?
They didn't even put it in writing, but yeah, I've been told that they got the best price before.
Look, you know what? Every dealer is going to tell you they got the best price, and quite frankly, if they say that, they're lying because nobody knows what another dealer will do. That's why we put it in writing and guarantee you that if you do find a better price on the same vehicle with the same benefits, just show it to us. We don't need any signed buyer's order by a manager or anything like that. We'll cut you a check back for the difference. So one of the fears that, again, you and every other customer has when they walk on this lot, you can eliminate right now, Dylan, because you don't have to worry about that. You cannot pay too much at Ricart. We put it in writing. Cool?
Yeah, cool.
All right. Another fear people have is buying the wrong car. Look, you leave here with the Sorento today, and you feel it's the right vehicle. You get it home, and you decide that maybe you wanted a different equipment package. Maybe you wanted more options, or maybe you wanted less options. Maybe you ended up buying a vehicle that, shoot, you got stuff on it that you're not going to use. Maybe the color doesn't sit right with you once you've had it for a day or two. Maybe your dog just starts barking at it and won't quit. It doesn't matter. Don't keep the vehicle longer than 3 days. Don't put more than 300 additional miles on it. Don't run over a deer or hit a deer or wreck it or anything. But within those first 3 days, you've got the right to bring it back here and exchange it. So, Dylan, you cannot buy the wrong vehicle. And by the way, we put this in writing as well. So, when we're out there looking at the Sorrentos today, eliminate the fear of paying too much. You can't. And eliminate the fear of buying the wrong Sorrento, because you can't. All right?
Okay.
Okay, that's all I would go over initially. Okay? What I told him was we were going to reduce his total investment. Now, in just a second, I'm going to show him how we're going to reduce the total investment. I'm going to show him how we're going to reduce the cost of ownership. I'm going to show him, hopefully, that he would have to find the same vehicle priced way less than ours in order to get the same deal. Now, Ryan, let me go through the rest of the Ricart buying power with you, okay? The first oil change. We're going to buy it for you. Now, why would we buy your first oil change?
I'm assuming for service purposes.
It's not because we're charitable, is it?
No.
No, we're a business. Look, we have great confidence in our service department, but we don't really, doesn't matter the confidence we have, we need you to have confidence in our service department. So what we'll do is, instead of you paying $40 for your first oil change, you come here, we'll pay the $40 for you. It will cost you absolutely nothing. When you do your fifth oil change, we'll pay for that one as well. On the 10th one, we'll pay for that one as well. Basically, if you have your oil changed 3 times a year and you keep your car 5 years, you're going to save about $200 in oil changes, which is reducing your cost to own, which is reducing your total investment in the vehicle. Now, we're not going to stop there, because we're going to provide you car washes for the rest of your life if you want. Now, I doubt you wash your car every single week, correct?
No.
Look, if you just wash it once a month and you keep your vehicle 5 years, you're going to save $940 in car washes at $15 a pop. Okay? Now, when can you bring your car in? Well, as long as it's above freezing and as long as the car wash is not down for maintenance, you have the right to come here and get your car washed. That reminds me, I was doing one of these in Virginia, and an earthquake hit. The only earthquake to hit Virginia in modern history, and I've got it on video.
I lived in Virginia when that earthquake happened.
I was in Fredericksburg.
I was in Franklin.
Okay, yes. So we were there together for the earthquake, weren't
Yes,
we?
definitely.
Yeah, how about that? You from Virginia?
My family is, yeah.
Okay. Now, we're also going to provide you, is it V-Safe?
Yes.
We're also going to provide you V-Safe. That means as long as you're having your vehicle serviced here, we're going to cover your tires. Now, what's that mean? It means if you hit something in the road, run over a nail, a screw, a brick, whatever, and you damage your tire, we'll pay up to $50 to get that tire repaired, and if it cannot be repaired, we'll pay up to $150 for you to replace that tire. So, Dylan, do we have a good price? Yeah, we do, or you wouldn't be here. But we're going to go further than that. We're going to make sure we reduce your overall cost of ownership. And those are the 2 biggest parts of what you're going to pay for a vehicle. The third part is resale value. You have your vehicle serviced here. We keep your service records for you. If we're going to fix your tires when one blows, that means you're going to have the same type of tires on the vehicle. So that adds to the value of your vehicle when you sell it or trade it. So we're also going to try to drive up the resale value of your vehicle. So when it comes to the total price equation, is our price good? Yeah, you bet it is. You wouldn't be here. Is your cost of ownership going to be lower than in any other Kia store in the state of Ohio? Absolutely yes. Are we going to pay for your tires to get fixed or replaced if necessary? Absolutely. Are we going to help you with your resale value? Absolutely. And you tack on to that the fact that you can't pay too much and you can't buy the wrong vehicle. This is going to be a pretty easy purchase process, isn't it?
Sounds
Okay.
like it, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, job one is to make sure that you pick out the right vehicle, because there's no such thing as a good deal. on the wrong vehicle. So why don't we go out, look at the Sorrentos we've got in stock that match what you want to, what you want or need, and make sure you love it. Cool?
Cool.
Did I try to drag some emotion into it? Was it a conversation? Did I allow Dylan to speak? The answer is yes, I did. And again, I wouldn't go over the entire card all at once, because if you're having a conversation, you can also test their attention span, because if he's not answering my questions, he's not hearing me. And then once you get out there, you've got to infuse some emotion into this transaction.
You can tell if they like you.
Well, well put. Now, it's going to be easier to like Gwendolyn than it is any of the other four of us. Why is that?
She's a woman.
And she's more trustworthy. You guys don't know this yet because you're too young, but women are the superior gender. Make no mistake about this. It took me a while to figure this out. It's part of my maturing process, right? Okay? So men would rather deal with women, and so would women. They'd rather deal with women as well. But you've got a powerful sales tool here, but if you're keeping it in the holster, it's worthless.